let us go for the unsupervised classification. You please launch Snap software and also open the previous session. Okay, uh, you can open the session that you have saved earlier from this menu. Go to File, Session, and Open Session. Okay, and see, I have already opened it. If you face any difficulty or if you face any error in my computer, this particular command is giving error. Anyway, so if you face difficulty, then you can open these products one by one. Last day we had 8 products. This is the original product, then multi-loop processed data, then multi-loop processed calibrated data, then multi-loop processed T3 matrix, then multi-loop calibration matrix, T3 matrix speckle filter, then it was decomposed, then fully polarimetric data was converted into compact polarimetry, and also this compact polarimetry was decomposed. So we had 8 products. You just open the previous session, or if your system, if your software is giving any error while opening the session, don't worry, you just open these files one by one. Okay, and also look at my screen and also maintain this serial number. Now see, we are going for unsupervised classification. Unsupervised classification means it will be, I mean, the image will be classified by the software automatically. So go to radar, okay, then polarimetric, then polarimetric classification, and then polarimetric unsupervised classification. Okay. In case of classification, as you know, that we need multiple bands, and the classification will be better if we have many bands. But you know, in case of single polarized data, you will have only one band, and in case of dual polarization, you will have only 2 bands. Therefore, the single polarized data or dual pole data are not ideal for classification. Rather, it should be fully polarimetric data. So if you have the fully polarimetric data, then the image classification can be performed in a better way. And go to the polarimetric unsupervised classification, and then you know, source product. Which one will be the source product? Source product should be the matrix, T3 matrix. Okay, so select matrix, T3 matrix, then give the output file name. Now see, as you know, in case of optical image classification, we have several classification algorithms like minimum distance, maximum likelihood, etc., etc. So in case of radar image classification also, we have different algorithms, and based on different algorithms, we can select any one. However, they will produce different outputs. As you know, if we compare the maximum likelihood classifier or the minimum distance classifier, then definitely there will be some differences. But the question is which one we should consider. See, there is no clear direction that you should use this one. This is rather a trial and error method, and we adopt different classification algorithms, and then we go for the accuracy assessment. And if we are not satisfied with the accuracy, then we go for a different algorithm, different signature set, etc., etc. So here also different algorithms are there, and we can select any one. So anyway, we are selecting the default one, H alpha Wishart classification algorithm, and also select the window size as 5 by 5, maximum iteration 3. Say, I mean, select all these default values and click on run. Let me explain the image. Okay, now this is the image. Okay. And also see for this image we have the latitude information, longitude information, incidence angle, lantern. That means it is in complex structure still, although it has been classified. So what you have to do, you have to export this classified image, and before exporting, you have to perform the this terrain correction for georeferencing and all. Anyway, so this is the band. Okay, H alpha Wishart class. Just double click on it, and this is the classified image. Okay, and now let me compare this one, this image, this classified image, with the color composite, with one color composite. For example, this one, number 6 product. Okay, multi-loop calibrated T3 matrix decomposition. This is basically Freeman-Darden decomposition, where we have red band, green band, and blue band. So let me create a color composite from this image. Open RGB image window, red, green, blue as it is. Then click on OK. And now see, link them geographically. This one, this tool, synchronization, and then go to window and tile horizontally. Okay. Here we have two windows. Okay. Activate this one, this classified image first. Activate the classified image window. Now, once you activate the classified image window, then next go to this color manipulation window, a color manipulation tab. In the color manipulation tab, you will find this names, classes. It has classified the image for 10 number of classes, including the no data. No data means the background pixels. As you know that in case of remote sensing image, we may have political boundaries, and the political boundaries may have irregular shapes, but according to the definition of the computer science, the image must be in rectangular shape. Therefore, what about these pixels? These pixels will have 0 value, and these are called no data pixel. Okay, is it clear to you? However, in our case, since it is exactly in rectangular shape, that is why we do not have any no data. However, if we go for the terrain correction, then definitely we will have some no data value anyway. So here we do not have any no data value. So other than this no data, we also have 9 more classes. Okay, and the final one, class number 9, non-feasible. Non-feasible means the pixels that could not be identified by the software, or the scatterer type would not be solved by the software. However, still in our case, this class has 0% pixels. That means all of the pixels have been classified into 8 number of classes, 1 through 8. Supervised classification on the polarimetric data can be performed from this menu: radar, polarimetric, polarimetric classification, and then we have supervised Wishart classification. But this particular software, I mean, this particular version of this software is giving continuous error for this supervised classification. However, I will explain how to do this particular classification. It may not run, but definitely the entire process will be explained. In the earlier version, it was running properly, but in this particular version and in the new version also, version 8 also, 8, I think 8 or 10, the same problem is there. So we shall try to classify from the raster menu. Raster, then classification, then we have supervised classification, and several algorithms are there for the supervised classification. But remember, this classification is actually applicable for the optical images. Okay, this classification algorithms are not applicable for the radar complex data. Therefore, this classification cannot be performed on any of the complex data. Okay, so it can only be performed on the decomposed product. Any decomposed product you can consider. As you know that in the decomposed products, basically they are being converted into red band, green band, blue band, or this kind of bands, and the complex structure is lost. Therefore, this classification will be performed on this decomposed product. So, how to do the classification? Just do one thing, close this unsupervised classification result. There is no more required. So, this is the image on which the supervised classification will be performed, but before that, we have to collect the signature. So, to perform, to collect the signature, for example, we are going to classify this product, okay, this number 6 decomposed product. Serial number 6 decomposed product. This one will be considered for the classification. Therefore, make this one active. Just clicking on it. It will be highlighted with the blue color, and then go to vector and new vector data container. If you click on new vector data container, then it will ask for a name. So say for example, we are collecting the signature or training for the water class. So write it like this, water. And okay. Now come to this area, and here we have the rectangle. We also have polygonal tool. So you can generate polygons, or even you can generate rectangles for water signature. Okay, come to some other area and collect the signature. This was for water. While collecting the signature, make sure that you are selecting pure homogeneous pixels, not the confused pixels like this one, because in this polygon you have some error over here. So for example, by mistake I have drawn a rectangle or a polygon, then how to delete it? Just use this tool, selection tool, click on the rectangle and delete from keyboard. So it will be deleted. Anyway, so I have completed the task. I have collected few signatures for water class. Next, say built up. I'll collect some signature for the built up. Okay. Vector, new vector data container, and give the name built up. Built up. polygon. Then if you click over here, it will ask in which vector layer the polygon or shape will be created. So select built up and then draw. Also collect few signatures from this area. Okay. And also collect few signature from say this area. All these are actually built up areas. And you may also collect few more signatures. Okay. Anyway, I'm not selecting it. So we have collected the signature for the built up area. Now we are going to collect few signatures for the vegetated area. Okay. So again, go to the vector and new vector data container and select, I mean, type the name as vegetation. Vegetation. Okay. Now select this pixels as vegetation. So now vegetation. Okay. Vegetation. And sorry. Just select vegetation. Okay. So these are the vegetated pixels. Also come to this area. Within the urban infrastructure also we have a lot of vegetations. So let us collect few signature from this area also. For example, these are the vegetation. So these are the samples that have been provided to the software. And based on this knowledge, the software will classify the image, I mean rest of the pixels. Okay. Let me show you. See in this serial number 6 product, if you expand it and if you expand the vector data, you will find this name. So what are built up, vegetation, all these names are there. You see? So these have been created. Anyway. So next is classification. Okay. How to do the classification? Go to raster. Okay. Then classification. Then supervised classification. And let us select the minimum distance classifier, the simplest one. Okay. So click on this minimum distance classifier. Now, if you click on this minimum distance classifier, then the software is asking for on which product the classification will be performed. You just do one thing, click on this plus sign. So everything will be added. Everything has been added over here. You can see everything has been added. Now select all these files. Okay. Product.xml and first 5 products and click on this minus sign. So they will be excluded and also exclude all this. So only we have this product, number 6 product. Okay. And also remember, we have the vector files in this file only, training vector. We have in this file. Now go to the minimum distance classifier. Now in minimum distance classifier, train and apply classifier, you may put a name, your desired name. train on vector, it is based on vector-based training. Number of training samples, how many training samples it will consider for each class. So total 5,000 pixels for each class will be considered for the training. Next, see vector training, for which vector trainings you are going to classify the image. So you may have many vector training, but you may select a few of them. For example, I want to classify this image for water and build up only. So select these two only. So however, I'm selecting all of three. And now which bands you want to consider in the classification? So we want to consider all of these three bands. So select all of three. So what we did, first the product is the number 6 product, minimum distance classifier, tab, you may put some name. I am not giving any name, just considering the default name. The number of sample points for each class, then training, which trainings will be considered, and finally the bands, which bands, based on which bands the classification will be performed. Now see, as you know, that more bands means more accuracy in classification, and that is why multispectral images, I mean, if we compare the optical image, then multispectral images are always better than this panchromatic image for image classification, single band image. Hyperspectral images are even better than the multispectral image, since we have hundreds of bands. Now see, in case of radar also, we should not consider a single pole data, or even dual pole data are inferior for classification. So we should have quad pole data, and as you know that this classification, I mean from the raster menu, it cannot be performed on the complex data. Therefore, we have to perform on the decomposed data, and decomposed data are generally supplied in 3 bands. So all this 4 band data will be converted into 3 band. Now this 3 band data can also be increased. I mean, this number of bands can also be increased. I will explain it after completion of this classification. Okay. So currently we have only 3 bands. That's all. Now go to the right tab, give the file name and also give the folder name and click on run. So classification is complete. Now see, this is the product, and go to the bands and see labeled classes. Let us close this one. No more. Labeled classes. So this is the image, and come to this color manipulation window. In color manipulation window, you will see water. Let us give our own color: water, built up, and vegetation. Okay, and see, this is the classified image. Okay. We want more and more bands. So how can we generate more and more bands? Okay, this is very simple. Go to radar, polarimetric and polarimetric decomposition. So use other decomposition algorithms, and each decomposition algorithm will generate different files, and in different files this pixel values will also be different, and ultimately I mean their structure extraction capabilities or the information extraction capabilities of these decomposition techniques are also different. Therefore, now if we have multiple decomposed images, then all these decomposed images can be combined into a single image, a single product. And then supervised classification, this raster supervised classification can be performed on this combined image. So how to do this? How to combine? Okay, I'm not going to classify this image again. However, just I'm showing the process how to do it. You can also perform this one. Go to radar, then co-registration, then co-registration. Okay, co-registration of multiple images. Go to the co-registration, then add everything, and just remove these files. Keep this decomposed image, and we have another decomposed image, this one. So keep these two decomposed images. That means which products? Product number 6 and product number 8 in my computer. They are basically decomposed data. Okay, I already have two decomposed data. One is Freeman Darden, and another I had performed, that is the MKI last day. So I have two decomposed data. Now go to create stack. Okay. Now in create stack, we have to define a master file. Master file means if we have differences in their geographic extent, then which one will be considered as the master? So it has considered one file as the master file. Then resampling, what kind of resampling you want to perform? Say I want to perform nearest neighbor or bilinear, whatever. So then nearest neighbor. Then initial offset method. Okay, this initial offset method should be based on the product geolocation. It should not be based on the orbit because we do not have the orbital information. This can only then output extent. I mean, if these two images or if multiple images have different geographic extent, for example, one has this much of area coverage and another has this much of area coverage, then what will be in the output? Okay, so in the output, select the minimum. Okay, minimum means this portion will be the image extent. If we go for maximum, then maximum. We also have an option for master. Anyway, in our case, all of them will give same product, same output. Why? Because in both of the products, we have the same geographic extent. We do not have different geographic extent. So you can choose anything, anyone, either master or minimum or maximum, whatever we select, ultimately the product will be same. So select master, then cross correlation. You do not need to select or you do not need to change anything. Just leave it as it is. Then wrap. This is also leave as it is. Interpolation. In interpolation, see if you want a smoother transition, then go for bilinear. Or if we want more smoother application, then go for the cubic convolution. I mean, you know all these things. Resampling method, then in the right tab, give the file name and also select the directory and click on run. Okay, it will take much longer time, I think. Now see, let me show the product. এইবারে দেখো এইখানটাতে আমার ওই প্রোডাক্টটা এনেছি বলে অটোমেটিক্যালি বিল্ট আপ ভেজিটেশন ওয়াটার সিগনেচার গুলো এসে গেছে 6 নম্বর প্রোডাক্টটার জন্য। বাট এবারে আমরা যেটা করি আর কি সেটা হচ্ছে এবারে এর উপরে সিগনেচার কালেক্ট করা হয়, ভেক্টর নিউ ভেক্টর করে সিগনেচার কালেক্ট করা হয়, করে এটাকে ক্লাসিফাই করা হবে, সুপারভাইজ ক্লাসিফাই করা হবে এখান থেকে রাস্টার ক্লাসিফিকেশন, সুপারভাইজ ক্লাসিফিকেশন এন্ড নাও এখান থেকে করলে তাহলে আগের চাইতে কি এটা বেটার হবে? আর এইমাত্র আমি যেটা করলাম এটা তো একটা ক্লাসিফাইড রেজাল্ট ছিল, হ্যাঁ এর থেকে এটা বেটার হবে। তার কারণ হচ্ছে যে এখানে আমার 6টা ব্যান্ড আছে, 6টা ব্যান্ড থাকার জন্য আমার ক্লাসিফিকেশনের কনফিডেন্স বাড়বে এবং ডেফিনেটলি আমার ক্লাসিফিকেশন বেটার হবে। ওকে, সো কারোর কোনো প্রশ্ন এই নিয়ে? আচ্ছা, আমি আরেকটা জিনিস তোমাদের দেখাইনি, ভুলে গেছি, জাস্ট একটু দেখিয়ে দিচ্ছি। এই 10 নম্বর প্রোডাক্ট, ক্লাসিফাইড ইমেজ, যেটা সুপারভাইজ ক্লাসিফাইড প্রোডাক্ট যেটা তৈরি হয়েছে, তার ব্যান্ডসে যাও, গিয়ে দেখো এখানে একটা কনফিডেন্স, এটা তো ক্লাসিফাইড ইমেজ আমি খুলেছি অন দ্য স্ক্রিন, ইউ ক্যান সি। উই হ্যাভ অলসো অ্যানাদার প্রোডাক্ট দ্যাট ইজ কনফিডেন্স। এটাকে খোলো একটু, এটাকে খুললে দেখতে পাবে এখানে পুরো কমপ্লিট হোয়াইট একটা ইমেজ। হ্যাঁ, পিক্সেল ইনফো যদি যাও, দেখবে পিক্সেল ইনফো, পিক্সেল ভ্যালু, কনফিডেন্স লেভেল সবার 1। ঠিক আছে, সব পিক্সেলের কনফিডেন্স লেভেল 1 এখানে দেখাচ্ছে। কনফিডেন্স লেভেল ইজ 1। তার মানে 100% কনফিডেন্স ছিল কম্পিউটারের যখন এই পিক্সেলগুলোকে ক্লাসিফাই করেছে। দিস ইজ দ্য কনফিডেন্স ইমেজ। ঠিক আছে, যদি প্রপারলি ক্লাসিফাই না হয় বা কম্পিউটার, ইফ দ্য কম্পিউটার ডাজ নট ফিল that much of confident while assigning a pixel to a specific class, then this pixel values will be reduced, কম থাকবে ভ্যালু। ঠিক আছে, এবং যে যদি এই ইমেজের মধ্যে ব্ল্যাকিশ এরিয়া বেশি থাকে বা ব্ল্যাক প্যাচ থাকে, তখন আমাদের বুঝতে হয় যে আমি যে অ্যালগোরিদম ইউজ করেছি বা আমি যে সিগনেচার কালেক্ট করেছি তার বেসিসে যে ক্লাসিফিকেশন হয়েছে সেটা অ্যাপ্রোপ্রিয়েট হয়নি। সফটওয়্যারের বা ক্লাসিফিকেশন অ্যালগোরিদমের কনফিডেন্সের অভাব আছে। Then we have to collect signatures again, new signatures, or even we may have to apply a different classification algorithm. Okay, so কারোর কোনো প্রশ্ন? আচ্ছা, এখানটাতে এবারে আমি একটা প্রশ্ন করি তোমাদের। এখানে এই যে ক্লাসিফিকেশন হয়েছে, আমি 3টে ক্লাস ক্লাসিফাই করতে চেয়েছিলাম, ওয়াটার, বিল্ট আপ অ্যান্ড ভেজিটেশন। Now it has created 4 classes and one class has been created as no data, although it has 0% pixels in it. Then what does it mean by the no data class? No data class টা কি?
যেটা ওই 3টের মধ্যে পড়ছে না।
ইমেজের যদি আমি এজে গিয়ে দেখি, দুটো ইমেজের দুটো লেফট এবং রাইটের আপার পোর্শনে একটা স্ট্রিপ লম্বা করে ফাঁকা আছে, ওই যে ব্ল্যাক পোর্শনটা, কারণ এটো ইমেজটা একটা রেক্ট্যাঙ্গেল নিয়েছে, সেখানে যে মানে গ্যাপটা রয়ে গেছে সেটাই মনে হচ্ছে।
নো ডেটাতে আমাদের 0% পিক্সেল আছে, কোনো পিক্সেলই নেই।
Actually, no data means when it to administrative boundary. Sometimes may not be
No data মানে right. No data means if we have irregular boundary, ইমেজ যদি আমার এরকম ইরেগুলার শেপের হয়, কম্পিউটার এটাকে রেক্ট্যাঙ্গুলারে কনভার্ট করে নেবে অলওয়েজ। কম্পিউটার সায়েন্সের ডেফিনেশন অনুযায়ী ইমেজ কখনো ইরেগুলার শেপের হতে পারে না, ইট হ্যাজ টু বি রেক্ট্যাঙ্গুলার অলওয়েজ। তাহলে আমার ইমেজের মধ্যে যদি এই রকম ইরেগুলার শেপ থাকে, তাহলে আমি এখানে কি হচ্ছে, এখানে কি হবে, these pixels will have 0 value. Okay, there will be no data for these pixels, and actually these pixels are being considered as no data pixel. Clear? কারোর কোনো অসুবিধে? ওকে, সো নেক্সট আমি যেটা ডিসকাস করব, তোমাদের কিছু করার নেই, কিছু করতে হবে না, জাস্ট দেখো। এটা হচ্ছে আমার লাস্ট ডিসকাশন আজকে, সেটা হচ্ছে how to perform supervised classification on the complex data. So see, the first thing is you have to create few rectangles. as signatures as we did earlier. Okay. For example, this vector, here we have vector water signature, built up signature, vegetation signature. So like this, first you have to create few signatures. Now once you have created the signatures, then go to radar, then polarimetric classification, then supervised Wishart classification training. Supervised Wishart classification training. Now we have to define the signatures. In which file we have the signatures? Here we have to select number 6 product. In this file we have the signatures. Then quad pole data, source product. Quad pole data, select this one, multi-loop process data. This one. Okay. So this is the quad pole data, multi-loop process data, complex data, and this is the product in which we have the trainings. If you select any other file, can you see? Now you cannot see the signatures. So select this one, and here you will get the signatures. And now see. Select the signatures and file name. Here you put a file name. This signatures will be converted into text file. Okay. This is the requirement of the software. So we have to convert these signatures, vector signatures, into text file. So go to var data output radar set to keep it over here. So training cluster center.txt. Save. Okay. And next click on OK. So this is the process of converting the vector signature into the text file. So they will be converted into text file. After that, this is complete. Okay. After that, go to radar, polarimetric classification, then supervised Wishart classification. And in the source product, select the multi-loop process data. Okay. This is the target file name, output file name. The processing parameter, you have to define the training data set. Okay. And here select the training data set as this text file. This was the text file. So select the text file, open, window size leave it as it is 5, and then you have to click on run. So this is the procedure that we have to follow for the complex data supervised classification. However, as I told you that this particular software is giving some problem, and it is although the file is there, it is creating the file, but it is unable to open the signature file, and that is why it is not being performed. Okay, and this is the procedure that we have to follow for the complex data supervised classification.